Princesses of the Realms contains inappropriate language, mild roughhousing, and obscene amounts of giggling. This show was recorded on Wongal land of the Eora Nation, and we pay respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Last time on Princesses of the Realms, our daring and death-defying princesses and prince were tasked by the Fairy Godmother Society to guard the Wishing Well, the source of all magic in Fairy Tale. The party reunited after the undocumented Session 0.
Princess Melina.
Vivian!
Yeah!
Were almost smushed by a falling chandelier.
Everybody run!
Sprint, dive.
And uncovered some harrowing secrets about the truth of their world.
You're not the only one, my dear.
Not every princess gets the happily ever after.
But will this rocky start deter them from their quest, or will their curiosity truly kill the cat? No animals were harmed in the making of the show. Well, if it isn't our dearest listener coming back for more. Hang on, don't go. I was only teasing. Look, we'd love if you'd stay and listen. Yes, the episode is significantly longer than part 1, but once you hit that flow state and you still have us playing on in the background, everything will be fine. So let's throw you right back into the thick of it.
What are you doing? No, stop!
We've started an electrical fire.
They don't deserve to be locked up for who they are.
Oops, no, spoilers. This should be where you left off.
So somebody has to know who we are. So I would say that at least the information about who we are came from our fairy godmothers. So who would the fairy godmothers be talking to?
Yeah, and do we trust these messages? It's a very weird thing to send someone for no reason.
And I wonder if it's for us because they knew we were going on the mission.
I mean, it would have to be, right?
That's what I would assume. If we're running with that idea, maybe it's coming from somebody who works for Jamie.
Maybe you should take mushrooms and we follow them.
Oh, okay. I thought they meant, okay, well, I've got them.
Well, I reckon we should wait until we get to the well.
Okay,
Probably
that makes
a smarter
sense.
idea.
Because that's probably where they think we're going to
now, just so I know.
I was not prepared for you to follow mushrooms this early on.
That's the only active thing we can do right now.
I am a slight bit all over the place.
But also, your prime operative is to go to the headquarters and protect the headquarters.
Oh, 100%. I want to check out the prison. Is the fruit I was
Not a
given
prison.
poisoned?
What?
The fruit I was given, is it poisoned?
Have you eaten any yet?
No.
I reckon you have a good sniffer advantage. You know when things don't smell right.
Yeah.
These smell perfectly fine.
Cool, I'm going to eat an apple.
Cool. You eat an apple. It's an apple.
Nice.
Actually, roll a d4.
You just said they weren't poisoned.
They're not.
Just make you feel good.
1.
I didn't plan this at all. What was I doing? Made you roll a d4. Wait, let's do that again. I'm so sorry.
You made me roll a dice and you don't even know what for.
This is a certified godmother moment.
Fairy godmother moment.
Fairy godmother moment.
Okay, roll again.
FGMM.
A 4 this time.
It's just a normal apple.
Oh, and that's on a fail because you suck.
I'm going to eat all of your ingredients in the middle of the night.
Damn.
Cry.
Where it hurts.
Yeah, right where it hurts. So I'm assuming we have some time that I can spend.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Brew tea.
Nice.
So for everyone listening, one of my abilities is I can brew a perfect cup of tea always, and I can also divine a yes/no answer from the tea leaves in there. So I'm going to brew my tea.
With your little thermos that you have.
My little thermos and put it into I still have a bone china mug that I use as well. So
Made
I
of
can,
real human bone.
Read the leaves.
No.
Not human bone.
Not human bone. Not human bone. Ethically sourced bones. And I ask, are the hidden messages trustworthy?
They're cryptic enough that that's not very helpful.
Well, no, but if we can trust the follow the mushrooms and stuff like that, it's an important thing where it's we know whether or not to actually listen to that.
Well, the question is somebody who's trying to kill you trustworthy? And if the answer is always no, or are they a trustworthy person?
Well, are they trying to kill us?
Well, that's a better question.
Holly already looks confused
don't
enough
know.
as it is.
See, my thing is we don't know who the culprit is to ask specifically if that person is trying to kill us. Whereas we can just ask if we can trust what is right in front of us.
So are you asking, is the person trustworthy or is the information itself trustworthy and factual?
I am asking if the information in front of us is factual and trustworthy.
Yes.
Yes, cool.
cool. Not every princess gets the happily ever after. Nice to be reminded that's reality.
Damn, that's probably the most hurtful one.
Yeah.
Especially.
It's okay, Cass. You will
It's
get your
important
happily
to
ever
know
after.
if this is
I'm gonna
something worth
die.
getting frazzled over.
And that not happily ever after thing is even more concerning because every single fairy tale and legend or story that's written about princesses always ends in a happily ever after.
Oh dear.
We're going to find like the defect princesses locked up in the basement or something.
Or am I a defect
We're the
princess?
defect princess.
Yeah.
That's fair. I am thinking about that. Like, we were sent away from the party. Surely that means they're ashamed of us.
Not necessarily.
I mean, I have the most
Vivian,
like princess level backstory, so
Worked for
Okay,
this.
maybe they're ashamed of us.
If anything, it's you and me,
Yeah,
Fawn.
alright.
Come on.
They're just our babysitters.
In that thought as well, you probably go back to like a little bit of an origin story moment where like,
Oh, okay. Oh no.
because you originated that idea, right? Like the sent you away because you weren't
Normal.
up to par.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You think back on how you became a prince.
probably a good time to like actually drop Fawn's backstory for
Yeah.
the audience at home.
Yeah. And as we're passing through the kingdom of Starlight Castle and you exit the walls around it, you look off into the Enchanted Forest and where you grew up.
Yay.
Can you please tell us what happened 12 years ago?
So I was a deer.
Weren't always a deer. You didn't start as a deer.
I wasn't always
that
a
would've been messed
deer.
up.
I was just a human child, and my dad took me on a hunting trip to get food for the family and perhaps to sell at the market or whatever the hell you do with the deer.
Whatever you do with a deer.
What? Something not making sense?
You weren't a deer at the time. Your father took you off.
No. So we were shooting deer.
Oh, you were shooting deer. Okay.
We were shooting deer, and I missed, and I shot a fawn.
Yeah. And you remember that moment specifically. You don't remember what your father looked like, but you remember his gruff voice going, "Okay, young buck, we are going to show you how to be a real man."
Oh my god, that's terrifying thing someone could say.
Yeah, I would rather die than hear that
Yeah.
personally.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You remember him talking about how you needed to support the family because you would be the head of the household after he passes away. You needed to learn how to fend for yourself and also how to hunt.
Yep.
So in the early spring, like the morning dew, you're out there just before the sun is about to break over the horizon and you hide behind this big log. And in the distance, you see a herd of deer just kind of like prance into view. And your father points out the small one and he goes, "That's your shot."
Don't want to disappoint my dad. I loaded a crossbow.
Loaded a crossbow because you're not quite like big enough to do a big longbow or a hunting bow. So having something assisted,
10.
like just
What was I?
10
Was I
year
7 or 10? I can't remember. Something
you
like that.
12 years. You're 19 years old now.
I'm 19. It's been 12. I was 7.
You were 7 years old,
my
and you were
goodness.
handed a crossbow that he helped you. Oh no, he made
So
you load it
responsible.
up.
Old enough to go in the mines.
Yep.
We'll get to the mines eventually.
Don't take me back. Don't let them take me back.
Wait your turn. It's my tragic backstory time.
Your flashbacks that's like bleed over into forts.
I'm just gonna like swat her away.
Swatting the cloud
it's my turn.
away.
Anyway, so you got your loaded up crossbow that you had to load up yourself, and you're pointing it at the deer,
Yep.
steadying it, ready to go. Do you think you shoot it in this moment, or do you think you go back and try to prove yourself again?
I might come back and try and prove myself later.
So in this instance,
Can't do it. Can't pull the trigger.
Okay, your finger shaking on the trigger. You're looking at this deer and this little family.
I'm gonna make eye contact with the baby deer, and that's gonna ruin me.
I think the baby deer makes eye contact back with you just for like a split second, and it feels like time slows down. And then in the flash, some birds are disturbed, and that scatters the family of deer away, and they run off, and your father just goes, "Next time."
Okay.
Back to the carriage where Fawn sits hauntedly. Does anyone notice that Fawn kind of like disassociated for a second?
After like finishing my tea, I'm like still just reading my same message over and over again. I've become a little bit obsessive over it.
It's because it's insane.
Yeah.
You're right there, Fawn. You seem to have gone somewhere else.
Good. Just excited to be back in the forest.
Don't look very excited.
I have a resting sad face.
The resting, full sobbing face.
I'm always
We all
screaming,
know
crying,
it.
and throwing up.
Is it, tell me if it's too personal, but I never asked about the antlers. Why do you wear the antlers?
Do you say why or how?
Why?
Because they're mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but is there a reason why you wear them?
I don't understand the question. It's because they're mine.
Oh, I mean, I own many pairs of clothes and pairs of shoes and different hats, but you seem to always wear the antlers.
Because I only own one pair of antlers. If you only owned one dress, you would only wear the one dress, would you not?
I'd go make another dress.
Did you know the deer well?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Are they real deers? Oh.
What do you mean? Are they real deers?
They're definitely real.
Yeah, I didn't go.
I'm like
think
fondling them. I'm
she meant-
caressing the antlers.
I'm gonna move away from you. What the hell?
These are authentic deer antlers.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought they might have been cosmetic. That's all.
What do you mean?
Oh,
like made?
Yeah, I didn't get close enough. I was just asking.
Have a sniff.
I don't want to.
Sniff.
Have a sniff. Smells so good.
I'm just gonna like take my antlers and headdress off and just go. Do you want to sniff it?
I'm sniffing hard.
This is really uncomfortable, but also, you know what? I've seen weirder.
Have you?
Yeah, what? I lived in a herd of deer for 12 years. I've seen sniffing things.
If any of this like chips off, do you mind if I grind it into a fine powder?
I mind very much. I'm gonna just put it back on. You cannot grind my
If
antlers.
it, like organically, if they like chip or like in the night, if someone were to take some.
Organically. I'm going to stand up and like wobble over to the other side of the carriage.
Did you put your antlers back on?
Yeah.
You definitely hit the top of the carriage.
And does a chunk fall off organically?
Roll for it, I guess. Let's do a D20. Like if it's
Fawn roll instead of...
Yes. If it's a 15 and higher, some chips off.
Please let me keep my antlers. No!
Oh
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 18.
18. Whoa.
I still am friends with Fawn, so I'm gonna pick it up and I'll hold it out to them and I'll be like, please, 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 please.
How much
please.
is broken off?
How much do you think is broken off?
I mean, I'm going to say like a tiny, tiny bit, so you're better off making the call.
Okay, twice the size of that tiny bit.
Oh.
Yeah, about that much.
Perfect. Come on.
Right off the top as well.
Sliver.
Like the size
Oh,
of
no, like the tip. Okay.
like a size of a D6, would you say?
Yeah.
Agonizing.
You're no longer symmetrical.
This
Sure,
was divine
fine,
intervention.
whatever. Sure. I can't exactly glue it back on.
I'm putting it in my pocket.
I can.
I wish you'd said
My
that 5 seconds ago.
unbreakable
Yeah,
pouch.
she just went and said yes straight away without even considering the other options.
It wouldn't be the same.
Okay.
I lost it in battle with the ceiling. That's how you lose antlers sometimes.
How many antlers have you had?
Yeah.
12. Well, 24, technically. 12 pairs.
And do you wear the same pair? I've like snapped out of it.
Yeah, I don't have new ones anymore.
Anymore?
Couldn't you just like get
Where
more?
were you getting them?
Like hunt another deer or something?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Wait.
that's how you got your first ones, right?
Well, they're mine.
But they're real deer.
Yeah.
And you're a real boy.
Yeah, sure. Well, we can say that. I was born a real boy.
Is there any fairy tales about people being turned into?
Oh, definitely.
There's so many. Off the top of my head, like the Frog Prince, the Swan Princess.
Vivian is very well versed in this.
Yeah.
Cassandra is not. So I think Vivian would put it together of like, oh, hang on, were you turned into a deer?
Yeah.
For how long?
In human years or
I'm counting on my fingers.
how many winters?
12 winters.
That's a long time.
Were you actually like this age, or were you little?
I was smaller, and I'm going to like indicate like way down. I was like that when I was a person last.
How long have you been a person now?
3 weeks.
Probably like maybe a month and a half.
And we met 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, well, that must be a hard adjustment. How are you handling it?
I mean, they were reading words on a blank piece of paper earlier, so
Oh, it could have been Enchanted.
could have been enchanted.
I heard voices in my head when I read it.
Was Enchanted?
Enchanted.
What do the voices say? What do the voices say?
Saint Fawn already
A
told us.
soul one with nature is a
Did they
soul
say anything else? Do
fulfilled.
they know where my parents are? You hear the voices too? Tell me.
The voices said, "You're not the only one, my dear," and a soul one with nature is a soul fulfilled. That's it.
That has a completely different meaning now.
I'm aware. Thank you.
We were.
Thank you.
Wow.
You're deer. You were a deer.
Oh, dear.
Do you think somebody else might have been turned into a deer with you?
No.
Do you think there were other people turned into animals in your situation around?
Well, see, Enchanted Forest. Surely there's at least one person turned into an animal as we speak.
But the only one implies there's something specific about your circumstance.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should ask the deer when we go out hunting for lunches.
If you hunt a deer, I will hunt you.
It's just normal. They're just, it's how it works.
I'm hungry.
We have to hunt for food.
I'm going to put my fruit basket in the middle of the carriage.
Oh.
Can I take an apple just to be safe? Just because of what my ominous message said?
Oh, right.
Oh, an apple day. Just to heal her away.
I like how the eating an apple is the ominous message and the like follow the mushrooms is the good message for
Follow the mustard.
The mustard?
Follow the mustard.
Mustard on a
Follow the mushrooms is like my daily mantra. I like wake up and I look into a lake and I'm like, let's do this. And I look for mushrooms.
Awesome. Are you going to eat the apple now or are you going to save it for later?
I'm going to save it for later.
Okay.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime you eat an apple, you roll a dice for it.
So, Fawn, would you like us to refrain from hunting while
You
you're
can
with
hunt
us?
rabbits. They're always up to something.
What about boar?
Yeah, you can get boar as well. Less of them, the better.
400 to 500 feral hogs it is.
That sounds like a lot of feral hogs.
It sounds like a
We can
catering
take 'em.
preparation.
Oh, I'm well versed in catering preparation.
As we wibble wobble over into Melina's flashback of how they became a princess.
Yeah, my princess feat was cooking a 300-course meal for a dragon and just like sort of feeding it into submission. Like it was just so like full and content with like the meal it had that it didn't want to attack the town it was terrorizing anymore.
Cool. In action, can you describe what that looked like? Because I imagine like we're at a point in this flashback where you're in the dragon's den and you're like full on cooking all of these things and like fire and like
It's more so like I'd cooked it in the town and like me and the townspeople sort of paraded the entire
Yeah.
meal like single file line all the way up to the dragon's den
yeah.
and like laid it all out.
Awesome. And then this dragon's just going, maybe I won't eat a village today. And then they sample some of the food and they dip their little talon into some like cottage pie and they delightful. And just keeps like dipping their little talons in things and like sucking it up.
Yeah, that's a satisfied dragon.
And then the dragon goes,
I think I've eaten enough. And you did a very good job. And I think I'm going to...
and as it falls asleep, how long ago did you become a princess?
Oh, I actually never thought of that. I'm going to be so real with you.
Okay.
So, princess feat, though, is the feat that you do to become a princess.
Yeah.
And this was Melina's
Yeah,
feat.
Yeah.
So probably about a year and a half.
Okay. And you know, after that dragon fallen asleep, it is still asleep soundly in its den.
Because I'm breathtaking.
Good soup.
Good soup.
And that's when your fairy godmother, Silvery Mist, comes up from the enchanted forest and finds its way into the dragon's den.
The like mist wraps around me and envelops me, and I sort of
Yeah. It envelops you, sends you into this mystical realm where it's just you and just this silvery mist for ages. And you can hear it pose a question to you going, you did a wonderful job. How would you like to be rewarded?
I didn't do it for a reward, but sure. Material girl.
Exactly what we are looking for. If you said sure, that's like your yes, you're now a princess.
Yeah.
You get a little princess crown, kind of like bestowed upon you.
Hey.
And back into the carriage again.
You had a contractually obligating and binding sure.
Yeah. I feel like in that sort of situation, I'm like too sweet of a princess to be like giving definitive yeses. So it is more of a like the abstract.
passive.
Yeah, a little passive, little abstract, like, sure, if you would like. I don't want to say like a yes, give me stuff. That's not the kind of person I am.
It's the kind of person I am.
I also feel like the fairy godmothers will just take any kind of like agreement as a yes. And also in particular, your fairy godmother is the worst at like clarifying in specific detail, like that was a yes, we're going with it. And that's the kind of relationship that you've had for pretty much a while now.
Okay.
That's respectful of her. To be like, consent, consent, consent.
But not like always the most affirmative consent as well. It can be like a sort of ambiguous yeah, and it's still considered a yes.
If you shrug but you're smiling, she's like, that's a yes.
There was a court case in Canada where they ruled that a thumbs up emoji is contractually binding.
Oh, what?
So if you accept something, like a contract with a thumbs up,
That's
it is
it.
legally binding.
That's awful.
It's great.
Like that is the gesture for I am okay with this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just use the thumbs up emoji randomly.
No, yeah,
You better
but,
watch
like,
yourself.
I got signed
sends
so
you.
many contracts.
Be careful you're waving that thing.
Jasmine's just waving a thumb and they
You
are.
got a permit for that thumbs up?
I bite my thumb at Theta.
Where were we?
Still in the carriage.
Yeah. Do you think like you visibly could tell you had like a back in my day sort of moment?
I do reminisce on it quite a lot because I'm actually really proud of myself for that feat. So
I reckon you're a little bit like you stand up, not stand up, but you sit up like a little bit more prim and proper. Like, I did do a good job.
I actually have a princess feat. So anyway.
So do the rest of us. You're not special.
Legally obligated to also have a princess feat
Yeah, but
to hold this title.
yeah, magic's been dying lately.
Can you describe your tiara? Is it a tiara or a crown?
It's like very copper. It's like quite low key and very.
Can you
like,
cook with it?
Can I cook with a tiara?
I imagined it to be like lots of like forks bent out of place into like a spiky little crown of thorns.
That's what it is. Thank you. I've been trying to figure out a cooking
there you
related
go.
tiara.
It's perfect. And you can cook with it. You spin it around.
It's a cookie cutter.
The biggest egg whisker.
Yeah. It's like a solid whisk.
I do none of that though because what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
You're right. I do that when you're not looking.
You're asking what's wrong with the bone parasol woman over here.
That's a deep cut no one will understand because session 0 was not recorded.
Rest in peace, Bone Parasol. You're in my heart.
Anyway, so yeah, maybe you kind of like adjust your little tiara and you're like, yeah. Anything else that you want to do in this carriage before I hit you with a bunch of plot?
Hey, I've spent my time.
I think you're the only person who has ability to do something with spend time.
All you do is waste my time.
Damn,
Let's get out of this carriage. I'm getting antsy. I'm like tweaking a little bit. My leg is bouncing.
I'm gonna walk in the trees.
Like scratching at the window like a cat trying to get out.
If you start doing that,
Gently.
I'm going to join you.
Let me out.
I like that we got the sound effects. Anyways, let's schmoove.
As you're passing through these rolling fields that aren't really rolling anymore, they're just kind of flat. Everything's very flat because this big machinery has just come
Are
through.
there active tree stumps around?
Yes, because I think in like recent years I've cleared more land, and so that's kind of cut into like the Enchanted Forest just a little bit.
I'm going to start shaking.
But yeah, you just see these big flattened fields. On one side is wheat, on the other side is corn, and you just these segregated parts of all these other crops that are growing around the area. And as you mosey along towards the entrance of the Enchanted Forest, you feel the carriage stop, and then you hear a knock of the back hoof of the horse into the carriage, and you see that his little earmuffs are taken off, and he's like, "This is as far as I go, but do rate me very well. I hope you enjoyed your journey."
On Hoover. 5 stars on Hoover, please.
Five stars on Hoover, please. I do accept tips in sugar cubes.
I have sugar cubes on me.
Surely.
I mean, I got a thing of finest ingredients, so I'll give one of the really nice sugar cubes.
No, thank you, thank you. And please go and enjoy your trip through the Enchanted Forest. And you see his shudders.
Thank you, we will.
Oh,
I'm just going to like
what's in that
speed
cube?
walk.
Can I have one?
It wasn't the cube. It was just like Enchanted Forest. Like, ooh, I didn't go that far. And you all get out of the carriage and you know the way to the wishing well.
Cool.
And as you're crossing through the forest, you come across a bridge that wasn't there before with a little creek running underneath it, like the tiniest, pithiest little creek.
Was the creek there before?
Yes, definitely. And you could just like cross over it very easily. But now there's a little stone bridge there.
Oh, God, here we go.
Wonder what's gonna happen.
Oh, wow.
Roll for wits.
I wonder what happens if we step on this bridge.
Got a 16.
God's sake.
Holly,
Yes.
I got a nat 20.
I also got a nat 20.
That's a critical failure.
What did you get?
I got a 3. So,
Nice.
At least someone knows what they're doing.
And 2 crit fails.
Amazing.
so what is Vivian astute?
Yeah, Miss Vivian, astute, that you can see a stony little head with a little bit of fluff at the top,
Oh, shocking.
kind of like sitting underneath the stone bridge.
Cool. We start going across the bridge, I'd imagine.
Hello there.
Who are you talking to?
I whip
The
out my
bridge
sword
troll?
because I'm like, what the
Bridge troll.
frig?
Where?
What the frog?
Under the bridge, there will be a bridge troll. So it's a troll bridge.
Would I
Can't you
be
just
able to
tell by
look under
looking
the
at
bridge and see now?
Well, he does make an appearance and he goes, "Oh, visitors, it is lovely to see you. Now, are you trying to cross over my bridge?"
I'd imagine
This is
so.
barely a bridge.
Can we
it's a
just go
stepping
around?
stone.
Can we just walk like 20 meters down the
How
road?
shallow is the river?
Very shallow.
It's not even a river. It's
like
just like
barely
a
a
gutter
puddle.
trickle.
It's actually more effort to cross the bridge than to actually...
No, actually, we're not planning on using your bridge. We're actually just gonna walk around it.
He stands in front of you going, well, you see there's a creek here, and I need you to pay your fees.
We're not using the bridge.
Well, there's only one way to get across, isn't there?
No, there's multiple. We could just go anywhere on this creek.
He holds a stony hand up and he looks around. He's like, no, only one way.
How big is the bridge troll? Is this a river for him?
No. He's like, bigger than you lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did he fit under the bridge? Where is he hiding?
That's why it's my effort to cross the bridge.
It's a big bridge for a tiny
Yeah.
creek.
What?
Right, okay. I'm okay, I'm getting a visualization now. Jesus.
So, is you going to pay the fee? And he points over to a sign that says 2 silver pieces per person.
Have you had much success here yet?
Plenty of success. Do you want to do a little wits roll to see if he's saying the truth?
I don't think he is.
12, yes, success.
Mild success, but you can kind of tell there's like a threatening undertone to it as well. Like,
We have to cross here or he'll attack us?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, I just don't think I need to use your bridge to cross. I feel like I can just walk through, so no need.
No, that'd be terrifying if you cross through the river.
I'm willing to brave it to save my money.
Well,
What money? We don't have money. We don't have any money, right, guys?
I can offer you an apple.
an apple. Oh, how kind of you. He takes it. He's just going to hold it and then sniff it. Can you roll a d4? You have 4 of these apples, by the way.
Oh, well, I only have 1 apple left because Quimby has one. 2.
Okay. I do like the smell of apples. 2 silver pieces per person, please.
Made of rock, I should probably not fight. I know you guys don't want me to fight, but my sword is out already.
Oh, you know I've bonded to you. I follow what you do.
I have my weapon out.
Oh, what a nice little toothpick you have there.
He's massive.
I just really think, is there any consequence to crossing the creek beyond, like, our inaction?
Or just social injustice to the economy and the fees that you have to pay when using this area of the Enchanted Forest.
Very well, then. I do a curtsy and I start walking across the creek.
Wait, hold up. You
Yes.
can't do that.
There wasn't any... I just felt like it was okay to do.
Oh, you made me very mad now.
I'm sorry. Here, have a baked good.
Well, I don't know what to do with this.
I'll take it.
No, it's mine now.
So what authority do you have here exactly?
This is my bridge. I made it. And this is my area of the woods.
Did you have permission to build this bridge?
I sure did.
All right. I'm the prince of the Enchanted Forest. All right. I'm in charge here and I didn't give you permission.
You're the prince of the Enchanted Forest. Or I don't think you own the forest.
I think I'm the prince of it.
What right do you have to be a prince of anything?
My fairy god-given right.
That's a great line.
What's
was
a
great.
very God-given right?
Let's just cross the damn creek and get out of here. This guy doesn't matter.
Can you just
you
start
can't
telling
cross.
him about taxes and
I don't know about taxes. I can't read.
Just be like, I need a tax of 2 silver pieces per person.
Look, 2 silver pieces isn't a lot of money, and I need to put food on the table.
What table?
Where are you spending this money?
And
Unimportant essential items.
I didn't say on what. I said where. You're not going into the markets.
Us magical
Looking like
creatures
that.
are allowed.
Oh,
Did you say that in person?
yeah.
Because that made me really sad.
You trying to rob us is making us really sad.
Well, I don't want you to be very sad.
Then let us cross and we'll stop being sad.
I'm like on the other side already.
I'm also gonna cross the bridge. I have my sword out. I'll just,
Over the bridge? You're going to use the bridge?
I'm just gonna step over the creek. I mean, is what I meant to say.
Wait. You can't do this.
I want to know what'll happen so badly. I step back over the creek and then I cross the bridge.
Wait, you used my bridge. That's 2 silver pieces.
Well, now you have to pay. You used it.
I built this
Can I
bridge
do
with my own 2
something?
hands.
What can I do?
Like what?
Oh, yeah, I fork
possibly?
it out. I give him 1 silver piece and 1 mushroom, and I say, this is worth more than anything that anyone's given you, trust me.
What's this little cat?
Eat it.
I don't eat your food.
He has his hands full.
I take the mushroom back.
No, it's mine now.
You did this before.
Oh my god, it's okay. I've made some decisions.
He's got like these stone
I'm now
pockets,
over the
that-
bridge.
stone pockets that are built into his legs.
I'm gonna follow. Yeah, and cross the creek.
Oh, well, if you've all crossed, I'm going to cross the creek as well. Let's go.
Are you going to pay the other silver piece? Because you only paid
He
one
took
of
my
them.
mushroom though. He took it, right?
It's 2 silver pieces. They only accept silver.
okay.
He doesn't actually use the food you give him. It's just
No, I
his.
made a mistake. Okay. And that comes out of my money?
Yes.
Fuck it.
So you give him the other silver piece?
He can have the goddamn silver piece. I wanted to do something
He's
crazy.
like, thank you for obeying my tax. You can go on your merry way. You need to come back. Are you going to cross the bridge or not?
And he like says that first to Melina and then turns to the other two.
I'm going to cross the creek, but I'm going to actively step in the water and like splash in a bit.
Not the water.
I'm like already on the side I need to be, so there's no need to cross the bridge. So I may as well just.
But you've crossed the...
I feel really bad. I'm just going to give him 2 silver pieces.
He's like crying.
Come on, man.
I'm a princess.
Stick up for yourself.
God's favorite baby angel.
Oh my gosh.
So you give the 2 silver pieces?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Well, now you can use the bridge if you want.
I mean, I'm already over here. I just, it's only fair.
Okay, well, thank you.
You really should build a bridge somewhere with some actual water, though, that's actually needing to be used.
But this is water that does need to be used.
And you see down like the little rivulet, a couple like woodland creatures going.
Aww.
Do you tax them?
No, they're here. They live in this forest.
I mean, I meant more so like a deeper river, so the people can't cross like we did.
This is a deep river.
But we were able to cross.
That was magic.
Very well. Never mind. We'll keep going. It was wonderful to meet you, sir.
Lovely to meet you too. Thank you for the mushroom and the lovely pastry. What about you?
Vivian pulls out a map.
What is that?
So I'm going to show you a better place to do this.
Okay.
So you see, you're currently here.
Right.
And if you walk, and she points in probably towards the north, in the forest, and says there's a river up that direction.
Right.
If you can get that way, your bridge will make much more money.
Right. Interesting.
And I don't think there's a bridge there yet at all. So you'd be very helpful, and people would be very happy to pay your tax.
Well, that's a brilliant idea. I'll expand my bridges over to that section as well. I can't swim.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Why are you doing this?
I like rivers.
Aw. Let him be.
Let it be.
But I will point out that this one doesn't work. I'm sorry about that. And I proceed to walk over the creek.
You can't cross over the bridge.
We gave you priceless building advice for your industry.
That doesn't mean anything if I can't walk into the water. I just sink.
Aww.
I feel so bad.
That's why the little river is like really intimidating to him.
Across the creek.
Wait, come back.
Fawn just looks so done.
I'm assuming we'll just keep
Yeah,
walking.
you
at
just
this
keep
point.
walking.
Yeah,
He doesn't do anything.
I've done my part. I paid my tax.
He goes back into his little bridge and he just sits there counting his coins and then smashing the apple and feeding the little woodland creatures with the food.
Aww.
Great, the woodland creatures are going to be poisoned.
Oh, I thought we decided those were very normal apples.
They were. What did you mean, why?
Anyway, moving on. So you travel through the Enchanted Forest very easily. No other trolls or bridges or rivers that you need to cross. And similar to how your previous adventures into the Enchanted Forest to the Wishing Well, as you get closer to the Wishing Well, the trees begin to part as if they're picking their roots up and walking through the earth just to move out of the way for you. And there, as you remember it, a little rustic wishing well, just sitting there with water up to the brim with this blue, glittery juice.
Nice.
I keep
That's
it juicy.
your choice.
I couldn't think of anything else to describe the
Juice,
liquid.
giggle juice.
Well, you've tasted it before and it just fills you up with like nice warm feeling, similar to like the magic snow. And it makes you feel
Have an
hopeful
idea
as
for a
well.
slushy.
Oh yeah.
We have to, because we're guarding it, right?
Mhm.
Are we guarding it from the outside or the inside?
Inside.
So we're
going in that
climbing into
well.
the well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I jump on in.
Oh, just like that?
I jump on in as well.
I jump on in and I sink to the bottom so quickly because of my armor. I'm screaming.
I'm gonna like crawl in, like it's kind of like it's a ladder. I'm just gonna like.
Well, like we'd be fairly used to being here, right?
You've been inside the headquarters at least once or twice.
Yeah, cool. So it's just procedure.
Yeah, I feel like it's a Minecraft water column.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just pulls us down, or if we want to go up, pushes us up.
Pretty much.
I think I take you guys both out as I go down because I go down third and I am so heavy.
As you sink down, the well seems to magically expand and it's bigger on the inside. And you descend to the bottom and then you kind of like drop out of like this barrier, this magical barrier that stops the water very elegantly. And you drop onto the ground and you see yourself in an eco-brutalist kind of like clinical style hallway.
Ooh.
Do you know what
Eco-brutalist.
eco-brutalist means?
No.
Okay.
I know what brutalist means.
It's an apocalypse and everything's overgrown, but imagine all the buildings were concrete to begin with. Is that right?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So like nature's
So
overtaken.
happy
Yeah.
with that.
Lovely little roots coming through, a little bit of plants and moss and stuff. So you're in the Fairy Godmother Headquarters and you immediately
Oh, Holly's pulling something out.
receive
Oh god.
Oh, we're getting letters.
you receive something from the wall.
Oh,
From
from
the
the
wall.
wall.
It's got a whack.
From the wall
The
tally.
wall? Okay, so my secret's in the wall.
Oh my god, it's a wax seal.
Yeah, there's a
I gotta
wax seal
ASMR
on
this.
Everyone quiet.
Oh,
You made that as unaesthetic to listen to as possible.
I ripped the paper rather than the wax. That is so
I
sad.
mean, you can still crack the seal.
I don't know how to.
Just kind of like bend the paper. Okay.
You gotta like bend the envelope first.
You weren't built to be a prince. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
The letter reads,
Hello, dearies. An awful shame you won't get to attend the coronation event this evening. However, you have a much more important task ahead of you. Due to the funny nature of the spring equinox affecting the magic this year, we have no choice but to implement a security team at the Fairy Godmother's headquarters to prevent and neutralize
any and all threats to the wishing well and the many facilities at our headquarters.
This is like an SCP type.
It's cool. During the next 2 days, you'll have access to the CCTV room, a limited section of the armory, the picnic room, and the library. For your own safety, you are not to access any other parts of the facility.
Oh, I'm so accessing other parts of the facility.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the kitchen first and foremost. Or is that the picnic room?
Picnic room, pretty much.
Picnic room.
If you have any issues at all during your patrol, please give a quick shout out to Cobble, the facility's on-site gnome.
Thank you for your dedicated service to the realms. Ta-ta, the Fairy Godmother's Society.
Would you be bad if I just ignored the entire like one shot and just like chilled in the picnic room for like the rest of it? Like I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
Only if you make like real food for us as well for when we go on break.
Oh man, I can't be bothered.
Yes, Jasmine. Hands up.
Is Cobble the only other person here?
Yes.
Cool. It's just
The
silent.
only other like staff, I guess.
Cool. I don't like the clarification. All right.
Can we begin exploring?
Yes. But as you finish reading that letter, you hear a little. And then that little section where the letter came out, the wall kind of opens up and you see Cobbles, the gnome. And he goes, "Oh, hello. How are you? I was expecting some people. Cobble's the name." And he sticks this little tiny hand out
Vivian puts her hand up
and
to the wall.
shake hands.
I curtsy.
He tries to curtsy, but he just like nods his head instead.
I kiss the back of his hand and I say, Enchanted.
Cobbles blushes a little bit. Oh, Enchanted back. And you?
2-fingered salute.
Oh, yeah, he just mimics you back. He's like, wonderful to meet you all. So if you ever get lost or you need a little bit of help, I'm right here in the walls just to help you out. That's kind of where I like to hide and, work. I don't mean hide. I mean just like work. There's a couple of things that I need to work on in these walls though. So if you just ever need me, these are pretty much vibrate everywhere.
Okay.
Ooh.
What are you working on in the walls at the moment?
Well, what did the letter say to you?
About what?
About anything, really?
It definitely said we can
Yeah, it said we
know
needed
about what you're doing in the walls.
we needed to know all the information in order to protect this place.
Deep sigh from Vivian.
I believe you. Well,
It's for the best, Vivian.
well, I'm currently working on the mechanisms in the walls because they're kind of like fitting out a bit because magic and machinery, they do work together, but it's just a little bit funny at the moment. So everything's just kind of like stopping. If you need help, I'm a little bit busy, but I'm happy to help however I can because I can't help myself. While I'm here, could you please... these are just like spare old cogs I don't need anymore, but please just take them. And he hands you a handful of like tiny little cogs and mechanisms and things.
I love cogs.
I'm a big cog fan.
Who takes the
These are
cogs?
quite
I'll
small.
take the cog.
Okay, can you roll wits, please?
How many cogs are you taking?
Can I have advantage on being astute because identifying objects?
Yes.
I succeed.
Awesome. So what you observe from these little cogs is that they all are stamped with a signature that says MLS, which, from what you can tell,
Stands for the...
My little spony.
What did you say?
My little spony.
it's not in reference to Jamie White Steel and their White Steel Industries because it would be labeled White Steel Industries. This is something that you've seen in older tech. Like some stuff that came out in like before like the Industrial Revolution sort of like started moving in. This is like original kind of mechanism stuff.
Yeah, my long swag.
I was just going to say my long schlong. That's just
Oh dear.
no need for that. There's just no need. Sorry.
Never give an acronym to us. We will ruin it.
Something that I can say to you, though, is that you often remember that LS is usually the shorthand for Little Spire, which is the kind of like the Sage Intelligence sort of capital. So that's where all the smartest brains go.
I've probably been there once or twice.
Not anymore.
They don't let you
Why?
back in now because of us.
No.
Because of association.
We've infected you.
I just can't let you in.
We've infected you.
And they
know
don't trust that you won't because you like us so much, right?
Can we
Right?
be
I
friends
like you.
forever?
I made us these matching friendship bracelets.
You actually do have friendship bracelets that you can telepathically communicate with each other.
What's that in our goodie bags? Oh no, that was...
That was from Session Zero.
Session
Yeah, I
Zero.
forgot.
That's pretty cool.
I completely forgot
Me
about
too.
that.
We should... Okay, sorry, no.
You're going to say split the party? Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I mean,
just
I'm going to go
making
find the
decisions
prisons
for the hell
as
of
soon as
it.
we can. So, like, this party's going to be split.
What were these cogs used for?
Well, these were just keeping the walls together.
Is there other cogs to keep the wall together now?
Oh, yes, I did replace them. No worries.
Brilliant.
Oh, got me on the job and he like whacked his wrench against his head, which sounds like a steel head. Us gnomes are built for these things. But yes, do you need help getting to the CCTV room or
That'd be
any
brilliant,
of the
yeah.
areas? I don't believe you've ever been to CCTV
No.
room before. Just give me a second, and he closes a little hatch, and you can hear like little steps going down, and like bumps into some things, and he goes, "Oh, sugar plum." Eventually, this little door out of nowhere appears, and he opens it with a knob, and he goes, "Okay, just follow me." The door
Follow on.
shuts behind him, and you follow him down the hallway. You pass a couple of doors that definitely like are labeled, but are areas that you're not supposed to be going to. Sort of like the nursery room.
Do they have, like, those window slits that doors have sometimes?
No,
It's not
It was worth a try.
no, because these ones are like a bit more secretive. Whereas like,
Check them out later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whereas like
you and me.
the picnic room would have like a little like seeing
Okay.
thing in
Sure.
the door. Sure. And he leads you all the way to the CCTV room, which doesn't have a doorknob. But when he touches it, a doorknob appears and he opens it up. And he goes, "All right, this is where you're meant to be. If you get confused about anything, I can explain it to you, but it's pretty self-explanatory and very intuitive." And he steps into the room. He shows you this interwoven system of roots that kind of create these little viewing portals. Just to have like a multi-screen viewing room. And there's cameras everywhere.
Are we here for 5 nights?
2 nights.
It's because we're not going to survive the full 5.
Yeah, Freddy 5 Bears. Actually, no, doesn't Foxy come out in the second night? It's so over.
Nerd.
Foxy. Enchanted.
Yeah, we got a freak in our midst.
What was his name again?
Cobbles.
Cobbles. Vivian turns to Cobbles and is like, does this show every room in the headquarters?
Every room in the headquarters. Also, that's the throne room for the coronation over there. That's some viewing areas for different parts of the Enchanted Forest. And you see the troll bridge there.
Oh, wow.
Is he sad?
Deeply Orwellian.
Is he sad?
He's just kind of like, meh. Just like throwing little crumbs of like food and stuff. Just minding his own business and twiddling his thumbs.
I wonder if he's going to feed the mushrooms to the woodland creatures.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
There's a look of horror on Alicia's face.
Maybe that happens naturally in the wild.
True, it does.
True.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
they just get lit natural.
It's a theory on how humans developed intellect was eating lots of magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Lemurs are really into poisonous millipedes because that gets them high.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways, lots
So-
of different screens in there. And he goes, pretty much, you can just go wherever you want. And like a seeing eye will just go to that location and change its position for you if you like. You just need to put your hands on the roots and that's about it.
Brilliant.
This is the CCTV room. And right next door is the picnic room. And if you go outside the hallway and down the way, there's the armory. And what other rooms did I say? Was it just it? CCTV, picnic.
library.
And the library you can find also just down the hall that way.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. If that's everything, I'm just going to go back to what I was doing before. Any questions?
All good from me.
Concerns? All good?
Anyone else?
Oh, good.
Let's go.
I'm happy.
Lovely, amazing. Well, I'll leave you to it. And good luck. And then he draws a little circle in the ground, and it opens up like a little hobbit door hatch. He jumps inside,
manhole.
and it closes up behind him. A manhole. That's pretty much it. And he disappears.
Do
Oh,
the
wait,
cameras...
until Sorry, what were you saying?
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
Yours is definitely saner than mine. You go first.
That's why you need to go first.
Do the cameras show the secret rooms?
Secret rooms? What do you mean the
The
secret
rooms that we
rooms?
weren't allowed to go in. Are
Yeah,
they
he
cameras?
said
No.
it shows. Oh, I thought it.
He said it showed
it shows
every
all the rooms.
Yeah, within reason, I think.
Oh, I was expecting all the rooms.
Yeah.
Well, we can get the eye to go to any room.
Some of them are magically protected against being viewed in.
You really
Like
don't
a
want us in those
Roomba.
rooms, do
No,
you?
you do see the armory room, the picnic room, there's a library, and there's a camera in the CCTV room as well. So you see like this like
I'm gonna
third person view of like.
Is-
Just gonna lean into that camera.
Is there one from outside the well?
Yes, there is.
So you can watch
obviously.
the entrance.
Yes.
Perfect.
Cool. This is like FNAF.
Can I
Yeah.
go to the armory?
If you like, yeah.
I'm
I'll take
going
first
to the
watch.
armory.
First watch.
Yeah.
I'll come along to the armory.
Vivian sits down.
Okay.
Amazing.
I'm curious. I'm wanting to tag along with Quimby.
I've made it to the armory. Can I just walk in?
Yeah.
I
You
touch
walk in.
the door, a handle appears.
Yes.
I've walked inside.
Amazing.
Do they have bolt cutters or like a massive axe?
Straight off the
Why
bat.
don't you just... I have an axe.
You have an axe?
I have a hatchet.
Are you with me right now?
No, I stay...
God.
Someone's going to stay with Vivian to keep our company.
Somebody's gonna stay with you.
Yeah.
That's the most
You're the
wonder.
problem.
I'm not the problem.
Okay.
You're the flight
You're the
risk.
problem.
What kind of are there weapons that I've seen before? Are there weapons that I haven't seen before? What's probably like the biggest thing in this room?
Do you want to roll for it?
Yes.
Let me figure out what dice you need to use because we're using the beautiful enchanted weapons table in this book. Okay, roll a d6 and this will stand out to you.
Got a 5.
You go 5. You see a small enchanted dagger coated with silver. Works against werewolves, ghosts, wights, and other monsters resistant to normal weapons. You can just hear it kind of like, for you with your enchanted voice archetype, it just kind of like, you hear the singing in the air, like metal has just been like shling.
That sounds swift and perfect.
Yeah. And all of these weapons are like held with different parts of like roots and things.
Okay.
And it's just delicately placed in a little holder.
Okay. I'm grabbing that.
Okay, you grab it. It's yours.
Are you gonna grab anything?
Sorry, I did kind of miss the
Silver dagger.
Just roll a d6.
roll d6. Okay, cool. Honestly, I'm pretty set on my weapons unless there's any like magical cookware that has powers. I got a 6.
6. You have found the bow of vengeance.
Okay, I'll take a
Oh, come
bow
on.
of
That's
vengeance.
awesome.
The wielder of this bow can spend time in ritual focus to swear an oath of vengeance against an enemy. As long as that enemy lives, you have advantage on all shots with this bow against that enemy. Any shot that hits the enemy is critical. If this bow is used against any other target, shots are fired. And disadvantage cannot be critical. You may swear a new oath once the sworn enemy is vanquished.
Okay.
JB.
Well, I don't have a sworn enemy yet, but I'll take it. That's awesome.
Yeah. I feel like for you, instead of like the singing metal, you should just hear like oil frying on a pan.
Cool. I'll take that.
Like that's the thing that stands out to you.
Sizzle.
I'm sizzling. Do you reckon there's a magical sizzler in here?
There's a magical Rizzler for sure.
It's me.
It's me. Come on.
I don't think there's any like cookware per se in here. You'd find that in the picnic room.
That's fair. Yeah, that might be my next location if Quimby wants to come along.
I think I follow you for a bit and then I get distracted by the secret doors because I hate secrets.
While we are walking, I'm like, do you think the gnome is part of the secrets in the walls?
Yeah.
Or he is the secret?
I think he knows something that you need to know.
I think so.
What did the thing say again?
The thing said, I'd like pull it out. There are secrets in the walls.
I think
He must be one of them.
I think we should break down the brick walls somewhere, start tunneling. I can tunnel. I lived in a mine for 12 years.
You lived in a mine for 12 years?
I was raised in a
You're
mine.
just desperately trying to trigger the rippling sound, aren't you?
I know how to mine well.
It's your time to shine.
Awesome. And as you say that, we sent back in time to Quimby when you were how old?
I'm going to say I was like 4 when I was taken to the mines.
Damn.
Yeah.
So we're seeing you at the very beginning of it.
No, let's skip to when I'm a bit older. I've spent most of my childhood in the mines with who I think are my 40 siblings and my troll father. Mm-hmm. And while mining one day, I get injured and I'm sent off to kitchen duty. And the sound of the wind whistling through the mines has started to sound like voices from the head injury that I received. And it tells me to forage these glowing mushrooms in the mines, so I do. And then it tells me to make it into a soup, so I do. And I taste a bit, and then I give it to my troll father, because he eats first, obviously. Patriarchy. And then the voices become a lot clearer, and it tells me to lead my siblings through the mines and out through the Whispering Worlds, and my troll father is paralyzed from the soup that I made, so he can't follow us out. And we make it into the city, and everyone is reunited with their real birth parents, except for me. So I think the voices are my parents luring me back to them.
Awesome. I think we'll land in that moment where you've returned to the city. And you see all of these kids kind of like reuniting with the families or like relatives that are related to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just standing there in this little like town square being like, what?
Which one's mine?
Are you mine or are you mine?
I think by this time I've been in the mines for like 12 years, so I'm like 16. And I'm like, parents?
Oh, do you think you were the oldest of the 40 kids?
I think I was the oldest.
Yeah, so you see all these younger kids just kind of like going around and you see like the warmth and like the connection that they had with their families. Do you remember your parents?
I think I vaguely remember a mother.
Oh. What's your fairy godmother again?
She's a shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter. Oh, okay.
And I imagine that she's mostly inanimate objects. So if she hugs me, I'm just holding a teapot and not another person. That adds to the trauma.
Do you think you took a teapot from the kitchen as you're on your way out or something? Or just like a little item?
Yeah, I took the rest of the mushrooms and I took a spatula
Spatula. Cool. You see like the spatula in your hand. It's not prongs, but like there's little like sections where there's just air and no material.
Yeah,
you see them kind of like
slits.
Yeah, you see them kind of like squint at you, and you can hear a voice going, "Wow, you did something amazing."
Oh my god, the mushrooms. I feel sick.
Oh, not just the mushrooms, but you don't seem to have a place anymore, do you?
Yeah, I guess not.
Not to make you cry. Would you like to belong with us?
As a spatula? Does that hurt?
No, it doesn't. I'm a fairy godmother.
Oh.
And you've done something so impressive as to become a princess.
Oh.
If you would wish so.
Yeah, I would.
Wonderful.
Take me with you. I'll take you with me, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's how that works.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll send you in the right direction, but amazing.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
That's my second huzzah attempt.
And as we wibble away, you see all of these like parrots and stuff just like looking at you going like, why is she talking to herself? And we wibble
I'm
wobble.
like laughing with this spatula.
We wibble wobble all the way back to present day where you're walking down the hallway.
And my immediate thing is, I don't think we should be breaking any walls here just yet. That might be more of a last resort.
I'm chiseling a little bit. Not with this silver dagger because it feels really important, but I have a pocket knife and sheath and I'm just chiseling stone a little bit.
Cool.
Are you going to leave me unattended?
Don't look at me like that when you ask that. Just a like deadpan expression on your face. Like I really feel like I shouldn't.
Okay.
I really think we should just go and like inspect the picnic room, have a look at some food.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
cool,
sold.
Yeah, come along with me.
Amazing. And as you walk away, the little hatch opens in the wall and you see Cobbles just kind of look around and like, when did that get there? Oh no. And he pulls out some like, what's the thing? Spackle? He pulls out some spackle and like patches it up. And he's like, you head to the picnic room?
Picnic room.
Amazing. I think we'll mosey our way back to, you'll cross through the CCTV room, but after you've explored that little bit of armory and had that conversation.
Yeah.
What are you two up to?
Reading a book.
Reading a book while watching the CCTV?
Yep.
Your own personal book?
Yep.
What's the book?
It's a compilation of folklores.
Amazing. And then Fawn, what are you doing? Just chilling.
I'm just going to watch her read a book for a little bit.
Staring at her.
Does it have pictures? I reckon the book has pictures and illustration.
Fawn's a feminist. He just likes watching women succeed.
And then I'm going to get bored.
I reckon as you flip the pages, you land on one of those, I was going to call it a cursed fairy tale, but a fairy tale about curses. Let's say we landed on the Frog Prince.
Nice.
Classic.
And in the illustration, you see a prince magically turn into a human person. And then this woman looks shocked, like, oh my goodness, how did this happen? And does that like strike a nerve in either of you just looking at that?
I think I would show it to
Look, it's
Fawn
you.
and be like, yeah, you're not alone. See? People have been like this as well.
Oh,
That's wholesome.
that's nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
Classic Fawn. Flat reaction.
Flat.
You're crazy, Fawn. You're a freak.
You crazy Fawn.
You're
Well, I'm
insane.
sorry, I got an ominous message saying I'm not the only one. I'm not exactly thrilled to find out about it.
No, the implication Vivian had was it's not necessarily ominous, the message.
No, I know the implication.
Okay.
Fawn doesn't do implications. Like, see a frog for 12 years?
It varies on the story. Some stories have him as a frog for many years. Another has him recently turned into a frog. Lots of different versions of the story.
Interesting. There's only one version of my story.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Oh god, here we go. Please, I just want to break down a door.
I think instead of like, we like fake out flashback, you guys walk in instead.
You guys interrupt my flashback.
Yeah.
We walk through your flashback cloud. We're like,
How's
what
the
the hell is
surveillance
that?
gone?
Oh, I like the bow and dagger you guys picked up in the armory. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
Can we
you would've
lock
seen
this
that.
door?
Which one?
Can we lock us in this room right now?
Why do we want to do that?
Probably.
I want to chisel the walls.
Okay, well, I'm going to go and find
Why?
the prison.
I mistakenly asked Quimby here about the secrets in the walls and like if cobbles might be a part of it. By proxy, she now wants to chisel the walls.
Chiseling the wall to get to the secrets?
To get to the voices. Are
You
there
mean-
people in?
I mean, we did
The
see a
gnome?
people on the wall. It was cobbles.
It's not really a secret.
Yeah.
We definitely has
Secrets
in the walls.
multiple. There has to be something
There's
else.
so
in
many
there. I
dead
want to
bodies
get in
in
the
the
walls.
Mechanics. There's lots of cogs. We already saw there's secret cogs in there.
What happens if I grind down? This might be a mini sidebar. You know how I have that chunk of Fawn's antler?
I can always still glue that on.
No, it wouldn't
What
be the
happens if I
same.
grind it down and snort it? Will that help me like lock in and hear things a bit better? Maybe I can press my ear against the wall and like listen for secrets.
Was Fawn a magic deer or just a deer?
Do you think Quimby would believe that this would happen in character is a better question, I think.
Absolutely, I think she's just looking for any excuse to snort something now. Like it's been a long
Snort some
journey.
tree root.
And now you've
Actual
said,
mushrooms.
There's so many things you
Yeah,
can
but you don't
snort.
snort those.
but I've never come across. I feel like after I came out of the mines, I spent the rest of my time experimenting with different things to hear the voices and see what they helped with. So I've just never had a authentic deer antler.
Don't look at me like that.
I want to try it.
Don't look at me.
I'm ravenous.
So are you going to grind it up and snort it? Is that your...
I don't think it's going to have any effect.
Okay, I'm gonna
Like
leave it.
you were only a magical deer because you were cast into a deer,
Yeah.
and so you were like just a plain
I
Joe
wasn't
deer.
a deer with
Normal
powers, so I was just a
antler.
deer with thoughts.
feelings and emotions?
Thoughts,
Well-
feelings, and emotions.
I'm gonna look at Melina and I'm gonna be like, do you want to pursue the secrets in the walls?
I want to do some just like standard investigation of what we can see in front of us so far. I was more so making conversation and engaging in hypotheticals for later, but I do want to see the picnic room.
Okay, picnic room, and we can investigate.
Go
You
for
guys
it.
have fun with that. I'm going to the prison.
What about prison?
Everyone, make sure you have your.
I'm sorry. It was
friendship
said
bracelet.
that there are enchanted animals held in here. I want to find them. Therefore, it's a prison.
I have a look on the CCTV. Is there any imprisoned animals on the CCTV?
I feel like yes, but I also feel like you have surveillance of the hallway in that like prison room. And if you like click in and enhance, you
Yeah.
can isolate the noise coming from there as well. And you just hear like a bunch of and a little
What is that?
Actual monsters.
my God.
That's the other creature.
Get me out of
I'm going to keep a specific monitor up on that door.
okay.
Because I'm worried that they'll break loose.
Okay.
Oh, that broke loose. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go there.
You're gonna go there
Oh my gosh.
alone.
I mean, unless anyone else wants to join me?
I'm coming with you.
Have you
picnic.
announced that you're going to the prison?
Yeah, full volume. You guys are my
through the
friends.
friendship bracelet telepathy, I was like, can you please keep an eye on Fawn? I'm quite concerned Fawn will break
I'll
the door.
keep
Can I
an eye.
telepathy back with this?
Yes.
Yes. I be like, did you want to go for a walk and I can stay here?
No, I'd much rather take the first watch.
Okay, no worries.
We got a job to do.
Fair
No,
enough.
And I got to
Wanna
finish
watch me.
this chapter.
All right, not a problem. I guess I will follow Fawn.
I see Fawn leaving and I follow him out because
Good, because we're buddies.
we're buds like that.
We're buddies.
We're linking hands.
We walk like
we're
this
letting
and we
go
skip
now.
lightly. Okay, sure, fine.
There was just an
I don't care.
understanding that I was coming as well.
Awesome. Well, so Fawn, Melina, and head off to the prison room, which you have no directions to go that way at all.
I'm just going to watch the events unfold.
Vivian is just going to watch the events unfold. And I reckon as you come to the end of that Frog Prince chapter, you roll wits. Because I reckon the book that you have is like a rare first edition sort of situation.
So I got a 13 out of 12.
13 out of 12.
I don't get an advantage.
We can't see her either, so we can't like give a heart die, right?
No, because I reckon it's as you just left.
Yeah.
I can, if I feel like there's an inkling of something hidden here, I can actually use a magical power to try to facilitate.
Okay, do you want to use that magical power?
No.
Okay.
I
No
don't
worries.
I think she's like, oh, I just read a chapter. It's nice.
I think what you kind of observe, like it's just beyond your grasp, but you know that there's something that's connecting all of the little stories about these people who were cursed. And it's something that is like in plain sight. You know it's there. But you just can't quite put your finger on what it is yet.
I think that's probably why she's obsessing over this book at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Prison room.
So have we finally located the...
Let's roll wits.
All of us?
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 4. My wit's a 10.
I got a
I
5.
got a dice on the carpet, so you're going to have to be patient. I got an 11 and I have 12 wits, so I'm fine.
So succeed.
Oh, yeah, I got a 5 out of 7.
Yeah, succeed. Okay, so I think with your 3 brains combined, with Fawn's ability to kind of like, I feel like you have like a little bit heightened senses, particularly when it comes to smell. And then your hearing is like a little bit more attuned to like different like atmospheric pressures, and you can kind of feel like it getting more humid as you're walking along. And you arrive to a section of wall that you clearly can see looks like there should be a door there, but there is no door. Just an archway with a solid wall filled inside.
Secrets in the wall.
I'm going to immediately run my hand into it like it's invisible.
Oh my god.
I'm going to see if it's an illusion and just run my hand into it.
How forcefully are you going to do that?
Not insanely forceful, but like confident that it is an illusion.
Okay, roll resolve, please.
5 out of 14.
5 out of 14. Okay, I think you graze your knuckles just a little bit, but that is a very solid wall.
Okay.
And no doorknob appears.
So it's not a place we can go into unless we chisel.
I have my dagger already in what I think is the gap of like the trim of this archway and like whatever is holding it shut, and I'm just like prying it back and forth trying to pop something out of place.
I knock on the wall for cobbles.
Don't dob us in.
I'm not dobbing us in.
Oh
I'm
my
asking
god,
the-
I'm gonna have to kill cobbles.
Not cobble.
Cass, you wish you followed us.
No, I'm really happy I didn't.
I'm not wanting to snitch. I'm wanting to ask questions.
Are we allowed to be in this part?
Probably not.
We're allowed to go anywhere, just not into the rooms.
Yeah, I just wanted to grill them about the rooms.
Yeah, cool. You
Can
knock
you
on
like
there.
walk like 200 meters down and choose a different doorway and just be like, question? Because then if you show up at this door, that's really gonna be detrimental to my chiseling.
Is there another secret
chisel
door
time.
slightly nearby that I can do this on?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. I'm going to go over to that one then, and I will knock.
Okay. Well, the hatch opens near the doorway that you're at because cobbles
God
can hear your little
damn it.
scratching. You say, "Oi! Oh, hello. Please don't do that. What are you doing over there and here? Can I help you?"
I was just curious about these archways. Normally all the doors have been opening. What's wrong with these ones?
Well, these ones, you clearly don't have access to them, so I recommend you just, go back that way to the CCTV
Cobbles, open
room.
the door.
You lean into his ear and you go,
Cobbles, listen. Open the door. Open the door.
I don't have access to open that door.
Open the door, Cobbles.
You can't.
Can you see the other side of this door?
He turns around and opens the hatch. He's like, yes.
Open the door, Cobbles.
I can't do that.
Cobbles.
What do you need to open this door?
When you open hatches, are they already set in the wall?
No.
You just make them?
Yes.
Are they always made at the same size?
Not all the time. If you remember the way that he drew a circle into the ground. That's how he does it.
Cobbles those through the wall, please.
Cobbles hole.
Couples manhole.
Oh, I like that you said pleased. But no.
What do you need to open this door?
Oh, nothing at all.
Very well. What if there's something of potential danger behind these doors?
Well, there's a lot of danger behind those doors, so I recommend that you just stay away from them.
Isn't it our job to protect from anything dangerous internally?
Well, yes, but hypothetically, if you don't enter the area where there is danger, then there's no exit point for the danger that's in there.
Makes sense.
But we need
will
to make
move
sure
along.
the danger is in its assigned location. So we need to go in and make sure
Let's
that
just
all the
leave.
He makes a sliding little peephole to look inside. He goes, looks fine to me.
Nice.
What's in there, Cobbles?
Just, the usual monsters. Typically the ones that are a little bit more shiny than the other ones.
Shiny?
Yes. Are you familiar when, monsters that appear with an alternate coloration are sometimes a little bit stronger than your
You gotta
typical.
be fucking shitting me, Holly.
Okay.
Is this some damn Pokemon situation?
Well, these ones
diamond.
in particular, the nastier varieties. We've got rock goblins in there, oozes, a couple of vampire bats, the occasional white that refuses to leave. But that's, standard. And they're kept there quarantined where they are until we can figure out what to do with them. Yes.
Are vampire bats animals?
Magical monsters.
How big are they? Are they
No, I wanted to know if I could hear them talk.
Let me consult the book.
I think it's quite funny to think of Vivian in the CCTV room as
Just watching all this unfold.
Fawn punches the wall. Vivian just gets a little giggle. And then as Wimbley starts stabbing the wall, there's just a big face palm.
Just cradling your head, rocking back and forth.
The definition of vampire bat is bloodthirsty bats that swoop down and latch onto their victims before sucking their blood. I think what you can hear is them going, me, me. Blood, blood. I need blood. Blah, blah, blah.
Would you say they need gallons of this stuff? Would you say they listen to My Chemical Romance?
Vampire bats definitely listen to My
Yeah,
Chemical
for sure.
Romance.
Oh, definitely.
Are we kidding?
There's just a little like radio in the corner of the
My
cell, and it's
alchemical
just like
romance.
blasting music. Blood. That's what you hear.
Okay, sure, fine, whatever.
So we're gonna. Are you wanting to let out the blood creatures?
I mean, yeah.
No. Okay, let's.
Okay.
They don't deserve to be locked up for who they are. They can't help being born vampire bats.
What did they do that made them? What if they were hurting other innocent creatures?
We had been Cobbly over there. They're shiny.
Cobbly.
You just call it Cobbles Cobbly. You aren't friends with him like that.
Well, you heard him. He said they were shiny. That's
Y'all aren't
it.
chill like that.
They've been
But-
locked up for the crime of being shiny.
Yeah, pretty.
Is that what they did? Can we confirm that?
Aren't those shinies
Since
more
when were you
aggressive?
caring about semantics?
You're right. Fuck that. Let them out.
Let's
I just don't think we should die this early.
let's go back to the CCTV room. I think we've explored enough here, and we've seen what the restricted areas look like a bit more.
You recommended going back to the CCTV room.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Couples goes, well, I think that's a brilliant idea. That's your job. And I'll do my job. Please
job?
don't scratch the wall. My job is to make sure the walls keep standing. Okay.
Number one
All right.
nemesis
And we
acquired.
start heading back to the CCTV room.
Do you know what you can get with a nemesis? A special bow that gives you advantage on shooting it.
Oh, nemesis bow. I have to be real charming to Melina, so she uses it against Cobble.
Not even you, just Melina.
I swear
Yeah,
I've
it's
been
her bow. I
against
respect
Cobbles. That's gonna take some manipulating.
I'm pretty persuasive.
Okay, threatening, ominous.
Okay, so I think like Couples peers through a little crack in the wall just to make sure that you're gone, and then closes the hatch.
I want to be clear, I'm mad about leaving.
Yeah, but like, we're not gonna break down the walls. We just got here, man.
Tomorrow we break. Tomorrow the prison break.
Well, because like today's still like the prep day, right? That's the thing. Like the coronation itself is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So nothing's probably going to happen today anyway.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on the spring equinox.
Nothing's gonna happen.
She's winking. The dungeon master is winking ominously.
It's never a good sign.
The dungeon master hit the second wink.
I can double wink at the same time too.
Oh my god, twice
Holy
the
shit.
ominous.
Holy
And
shit.
the only one laughing is Holly.
Oh.
That's how I felt post both huzzas. Just looked around, being like, guys, nah.
You're
give
both
me
good at getting the
nothing.
whole squad laughing.
So you, apparently.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He lost that ability in high school.
Whoa.
I'm not going to say what I
Way
was
too
going to say.
real.
No, say it. Come on.
No, I'm
No.
good. Let's move on.
Anyway, CCTV room.
Oh, yeah.
You and Cass, as Vivian is still there, just still looking at your books and
Good job.
CCTV.
How's the reading going?
Chill. There's this bit I've been trying to figure out. All the transformation stories tend to have the same theme, and I feel like there's just a missing puzzle to it all.
Mind if I take a look?
Have you read all there's like 9 stories in this book you have to read.
No, but we have to sit around in the CCTV room. So
Well, only one of us has to sit in the CCTV room.
I
You could
already
go to the
tried
picnic.
prison.
I could go to the picnic room.
I could eat.
Did you want to go with me?
We'll stay. We will stay. Me and Fawn.
We'll
Quimby and
keep an eye on
Fawn.
the cams. Don't worry, we'll watch cams.
And we won't leave.
We will trust them with cameras.
Are we trusting them alone?
We're winking and nudging at
We
each
are
other.
trusting Fawn and Quimby alone with cameras.
This is a test. And Vivian walks out.
We have just as much authority and prince as you two are.
And one of you was stabbing a wall with a knife.
Yeah, and it wasn't me, so, you know.
Call me curious. Sorry.
Sorry for party rocking.
Literally.
We're just as important and
that's it. That's the end of that sentence.
Yes.
The word was smart, and that's what I forgot. We're just as important and smart as you two.
Interesting. Hey, let's go to the picnic.
Let's go to the picnic room.
Awesome. You're left alone to your own devices, literally, and you enter the picnic room. Immediately as you stand at the door, you can smell so many good, yummy treats inside of it.
Yummy.
Yummy. Open the door, and inside is this lovely little picnic table in this, I was going to say a simulation, but I think it's like an underground little grove with like a little bit of light seeping in through the day. You can hear a little river running somewhere, a little creek, and a lovely little picnic basket on top of the picnic bench.
Oh, so cute.
Ready and set for you to eat whatever you want.
Take a seat at the blanket.
Yep.
Amazing. I start busting out the antipasto. It's definitely in there.
Amazing.
We start snacking. So tell me about this missing link that you're trying to track down. What's the pieces that's leading you to this?
Well, you see, there's always a theme that joins fairy tales together. There's often variations to the same stories, but the theme of almost every transformation ends up being about retribution and justice. So somebody's done something wrong and they get turned into an animal, whether fairly or unfairly. And it just feels, especially with Fawn's secret message, it just feels more imminent that I need to connect these. I don't know. I feel like it could be the same fairy godmother or the same enemy, like the same person or entity that does the transformations.
Interesting.
I don't really think that's the right route, but that's one of my pathways. And I'm not sure what the pattern I'm looking for
Were
is.
these thoughts that you had before Fawn's message, or?
Yeah, they were, but I feel like there's something here that has importance, if that makes sense. It's too coincidental. You know, I was on this track for years. Well, not years, but it's just one of my pastimes. And now we have Fawn joining us. Now we have the hidden message. I just feel like I need to piece it together. It has something to do with now.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially with I guess trying to ramp up on the digging up of backstories, notably with Fawn.
Yeah.
It seems quite interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think the solution is maybe in the library?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. It's been a while since I've been there.
We can chip away at that if you'd like.
Yeah, maybe
after we finish this delightful meal.
Oh.
I'm sure they're fine in the CCTV room.
What are we doing in the CCTV room?
Desperately trying to put out a fire.
What happened to lead us to that point?
We don't know.
I feel like my mind is on the secrets in the walls because that takes me back to the mines, and the secrets being the voices that were just the wind. I am desperate to uncover some secrets. I think I'm trying to pull out the screens from the wall to see if there's a way that I can crawl through.
All right.
So you start a magic fire.
Electrical fire. We've started an electrical fire.
And then Cobbles peers out from the wall. He's like, "What are you doing? No, stop!" Cut back to you two.
Can we hear this?
Can I drag
Probably
Cobbles
not.
out of his little hole? Can I do that?
Oh my
do whatever you want.
You're a monster.
It's so mean.
That's like catfish. That's like
Like a whack-a-mole. I grab him and I pull him out, and I'm like,
That's not what you're
Cobbles,
meant to do with
Cobbles,
a
Cobbles.
Could you roll Grace?
Are you actually doing this?
Gracefully ripping him out of the wall.
He's not attached to the wall in any way. Let me actually think.
We've never
this
seen
through.
his legs.
We
Yes, we
haven't.
have. He came out.
He came
of the
out.
wall.
He's not attached to anything.
He is the walls.
I don't want to scare him.
Then ask him nicely.
I think you're gonna scare him. Dude.
Okay, can I ask him nicely?
What are you doing?
I just feel like I'm an action-orientated kind of princess. So he shows up while I'm putting out a fire and ripping out computer screens, and I've just got him.
Oh no.
And I'm like, shh.
That's one way to make
It's okay.
Dude.
What are you doing? The fire extinguisher's in there. And he points to the walls.
Oh, okay, I put him down. He's in the room with us now, though.
Oh, okay. Well, he runs over to the wall and he pulls out a little fire extinguisher his size and goes.
Does that do
The fire
anything?
isn't that big. It's a small fire, I think.
While he's distracted, have I managed to pull the screens out from the wall, and is there a gap I can crawl through?
No.
Damn it.
I'm gonna bust a blood vessel in my eye.
Oh my god.
I have a motivation.
Do you?
It's not even my like secret message. I just want to know what the fuck's going
Don't
on.
you have mushrooms you can follow?
Not yet.
You haven't looked for mushrooms down here.
You have a bunch of mushrooms you can eat and then follow the path of the high.
I feel like
The path of the high.
Path of the high.
okay, I'll put the screens back. So reluctantly, and then I go have a sook in a corner. I'm in fetal position.
You're like so mad about it.
If you want to roll wits, roll wits.
What am I rolling wits for? Sorry.
D20. I won't tell you yet.
Oh my god.
God damn it! I hate this. 17.
And your wits is
10.
okay. You just fetal position, as you were.
What?
As you were.
Damn. Oh my god, this is eating away at me. I need to know what
ominous.
just happened.
Wait, is the hatch that Cobble's got pulled through still open?
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean into it.
It's tiny. It's like
How
Tom and
tiny?
Jerry, kind of like mouse, kind of.
How big is
tiny.
Cobble's?
He's tiny.
You
He's
could
like,
probably put your hand in it. Just saying.
I wanted to see into it.
Maybe you could
Squirrel.
pry
I'll put
more
a
bits
foot in it.
open.
I reckon you can like get your eye pretty close into the.
Christ, I thought Cobble's was at least the size of a cat.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was a bit bigger, but alas, he is small.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna
Cat
peek
standing.
in there.
I'm like thinking like a cat
Squirrel.
standing up now.
I was thinking a squirrel.
Yeah, I was
Squirrel.
thinking squirrel height.
Squirrel.
Maybe too tall. Go half that size. Yeah, that's about Cobble size.
Okay.
That's pretty small.
Wild.
How do you
Anyway,
describe that?
how do I describe
It's
this?
about like 30 centimeters,
that is
maybe.
It's
like a ruler.
40.
If you ever see a rabbit stand up on its hind legs, it's about that height.
That is not rabbit and leg
Are you
height.
counting the
I'm not
the
counting
ears?
the ears.
Okay.
The ears are like the most important
An
part of a rabbit.
earless rabbit on its hind legs running
tall.
towards you.
Yeah.
That's about as tall as it would be. The most horrifying imagery ever. A rabbit, no ears on its hind legs. Surely there's something else, right?
Jasmine likes that one.
Why do they have to be running towards us?
Just because, like, that was my addition to everything that you guys were adding that was making it more terrifying. Yeah, you were like, rabbit hind legs. Tally was like, no ears. I was like, fine, it's also got a knife. And it wants your blood.
We need a holy hand grenade to deal
Yes,
with this.
and
Earless rabbit, hind legs, running, also bald.
Knife.
earless, hairless.
I can't breathe.
Human thumbs. Not their own. Just acquired.
It's like a necklace.
Yeah. It took the rabbit's foot and said, no, fuck you, human
Yeah, it's
foot.
the lucky human thumb.
Yeah.
Never heard of it? I like the idea that he has like just the like bald patch in like the middle of his head, but the hair's still around him like Lobot from Star Wars. Anyway, so that's Cobbles.
That's what Cobbles looks like.
Yeah.
Great. I'm so
yeah,
glad.
If audience, if you can imagine a bald, earless rabbit on its hind legs with thumbs for a human thumb necklace running towards you, that's the sort of height we're going for with Cobbles. No, the descriptors don't back.
Oh god, we were trying to describe his height.
Nothing
That's
else matters, just the height.
That's just for understanding height.
Just ignore all that other stuff.
So about like 30 to 40 centimeters tall.
Yeah. Yeah. We're good.
Great. Happy we're going to that conclusion.
Yeah, I'm glad we
You
got
stick
there.
your head into the wall. Like Cobble said, lots of different gears and mechanisms that are constantly rotating and moving, that it's kind of impressive that you don't hear all of the clicking and the grinding and the whirring. And you two were in the picnic room, finishing up your meal, about to head out. At the same time that you look into the wall, you feel it again, the fitzing. World of like magic isn't quite operating the way it's supposed to be. And the minute that it starts fitzing, you can see the cogs in the walls just kind of like
No, they're
shake.
trembling.
They're trembling and jittery, as if they're rotating the opposite direction. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh.
Amazing. Is that the end of episode 1?
That is the end of episode 1.
As a final question for our viewers, do we think that a dual monitor setup is the new DM screen? Because that's what Holly seems to think so.
I mean, you can see the other screen.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just interesting. It's a thought I had.
This is the future. This is Industrial Revolution.
At its finest, I would say.
is episode 1, part 2. What a fully packed episode, leading to even more secrets and questions about what is really going on. Episode 2 will be coming your way in just 7 days, so make sure you've bumped that subscribe button so you know when new content has dropped. And from here on out, there'll be no more split parts, just you and us going on a sonic adventure for an hour or more. Anyway, I need to do these credits. We have Tally as Princess Melina, Alisha as Dame Quimby, Jasmine as Prince Fawn, Cassandra as Madame Vivian, and myself, Holly Hunter, as Dungeon Master. This episode was produced and sound designed by me, art designed by Maeve O'Carroll, and this hellfire rocking theme that you're listening to right now is by Mijio. Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next week. Bye!